Off Matt Crafton's 33, who had a big run off of turn 2. He's getting some pressure from behind, and it looks like the 31 came up in front of him a little bit.
Yeah, just trying to get back in line there. Not sure that he knew that 60 car was coming as quickly as it was. So really not of a wreck of his own making, so to speak. But certainly a difficult day. This is going to take the opportunity for him to get that experience that we were talking about, learning more and helping him out.
See, he was kind of just got a half a lane down into the corner and moved up just enough to get that arc.
I was spinning now. Spin up ahead of you. Stay down. Clear.
Well, here they are, side by side.
Looks like Ryan Newman exits the corner, and he's either pushing up the racetrack or doesn't know the 14's there, but he makes contact his right rear quarter panel to the left front of the 14, and that's it. I mean, they're too fast and too low of grip to be making contact at that point of the racetrack. It sends the 31 spinning, as you mentioned, damage to the left front of the 14, but he also got into the wall with the right side.
Disappointing ending for the 31 of Ryan Newman. We'll see how bad the damage will be to the 14 of Clint Boyer if he is able to continue on and be competitive.
Yeah, when you look at this, and you always have to think that there's blame to be put somewhere, but you can also just look at that when you're racing at high speeds at 160 miles per hour on the exit of the corner right there, sometimes you just run out of room. The driver on the inside, his car is washing up the track a little bit. He doesn't know that the car on the outside is coming.
Trevor Bain trying to block Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer had a run on him. Trevor Bain trying to block him. Not going well for either one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think at that point, I know they're racing hard, but with only 6 cars 1 lap down, both of these cars are 1 lap down. These are the decisions that Trevor Bain has to make better decisions on. While I know he needs the block, but he runs the 15. You see all the way to the grass. Clint Boyer could get out of the gas, but why should he? He feels he's inside the 6. It's unfortunate for both of them, but to be real about the situation.
Watch Brandon Jones now go through the dogleg. Looked like Brandon maybe thought he was clear. William still had his nose up in there. They made contact and it turned the 33 around.
Also, Cole Custer in there as well in the 00.
Yeah, I think pretty significant damage to him too. See the big contact into the right side, and then he clips Byron. I think William just felt like he had the space to run on the outside of Brandon Jones, and Jones went up like he wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't think William had any idea that Brandon Jones was going to move up the racetrack. Gets into the 00 Cole Custer. That turns him back into William, or actually avoids William, but then Cole Custer, with nowhere to go, makes contact with William.
Watch the job Timothy Peters does here. The veteran just working it so close to the inside and avoiding contact with the 33.
Take a look from the 8 truck here. John Hunter Nemechek.
You see William was out against the outside wall.
Look at John. Here comes John Hunter Nemechek. Friesen dives to the middle.
Looks like Matt maybe got a little bit tight, lost the front end a little bit.
Oh, and Dalton Sargent too with some damage.
Did Crafton's left front go down? It looked like, I mean, it seemed like he shot up the track.
Remember, it was rubbing.
I mean, look how far up the track I think he had a problem.
I think he may have had that left front tire going down.
I mean, look, I think he did, because.
Well, we saw the rub, so that wouldn't be out of the question. And he definitely moved up and caught and started that crash with the move up the track.
But as you mentioned, Michael, it started when Ben Rhodes did the slide job on Stuart Friesen and pulled up in front of him, but they lost all the momentum. And here all those guys are going by because of the lost momentum.
Man, and when you're in that position, Phil, you know this. You have no idea your world's getting ready to come to an end. You're just focused out the front windshield, thinking you made a nice move, and watch what happens to Stuart Friesen.
See how quickly he reacted when he got caught in the left rear, immediately turned.
That happened way earlier in the corner. Yeah, and this is, like Austin talked earlier, this is a very interesting entrance into the corner, and sometimes when you turn the car off in there, the entry's so flat that you lose the back almost off as you turn off the wall, all the way down to the center of the corner, and when there's a car out there, you just wind up being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And when you're that outside guy, there's such an advantage to the side draft until that happens. When you get loose underneath a guy, he's going with you most of the time.
Yeah, and when that outside guy, when you're the inside guy and that outside guy is coming back forward, as he's coming forward on the car, it pulls the back of the inside car around, and that's really, I think, what happened right there. Cole was probably fine when he turned in, but Brandon kind of rolled faster than he did coming into the corner, and it pulls the back of that car around with it as he went by.
Great look at it right there. And great execution from our production group, all the camera folks who are out in the elements today. Very windy and cold day in Texas. We appreciate all they bring each and every week.
Now, they must have made some contact. You see right there is Bobby Labonte, and he's already slow on the front straightaway, like this tire had gone down maybe just off the corner.
And that's David Gilliland in the yellow and white car that caught the back end of Labonte's 47.
Danica got a good look at this, too.
Stay to the bottom, all the way to the bottom, to the wall.
And you see he got turned around, but I believe that left rear was already down.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to kind of stay out of the way.
That's his teammate Natalie Decker.
Just going to get loose down on the bottom, I'm afraid. Yeah, wiggles there and around he goes.
Wow, Spencer Davis nearly caught the spinning Pastrana square. Narrow miss for Davis. That's Davis right behind Pastrana.
Vince, when you hear that engine rev up, Regan, you'll attest, right? That's scary.
Not a good feeling as a driver, because you know the next thing coming is the traction braking.
Vince, can you imagine running 160 miles an hour and all of a sudden your engine goes revving up, spinning those tires that fast?
I really think that Hornish was going to try to maybe push Kyle by there, and then he got such a run that he felt like that he needed to pull out, and that's whenever he caught him, just in the left rear.
Well, here was the view we had of it when it first started. On board with Sam.
Still off there. You guys are going to run up on the 17 into 3 here. 17 on the bottom into 3. Bracken outside. Clear.
Kyle Busch was frustrated already at the inability of being able to get a handle on the handling of that car. This won't make him any happier. And I don't blame him.
No, I don't either. He was racing hard. He was still, even though he was still fighting just inside the top 10, he was still driving as hard as he could go.
The last time was just cosmetic. Watch the 32 of Steve Arpin. He got loose off the corner, slid up the racetrack. Unfortunately, nowhere for Austin to go. He'd already committed he was going to try to get by the 32 on the inside. Steve came down the racetrack.
A lot of front end damage to that 3 of Austin Dillon. The splitter was torn off when he went into the grass.
There's another view. Watch the 32. He's going to slide up the racetrack loose. He has to use some racetrack to catch it. See, he's pretty well sideways right here. He may have been able to save that truck had Austin not been there, but Austin had absolutely nowhere else to go.
Had the momentum going, looked to go by that 32 on the inside, and then the 32 slides down and collects the 3, and into the grass they go.